Welcome to the second lecture, and before going further, it is good to know the books about these rings. So the first book which I will follow is by Ramji Lal, Algebra, Volume 1 and 2, Springer. This is very famous book. Ian Herstein, Algebra. Passy and Luther, Algebra, Volume 2, it is especially for rings. Dummett and Foote, Abstract Algebra. So these are well known books. I will also take the help of several other books like Art in Algebra and Galilean, the book of Galilean, but I will recommend you time to time which book I am going to follow for a particular point. So these are the main books which most of the thing I will do from these books. Okay, so let us start with some properties of rings. Let me start. So properties of ring. Suppose R plus dot is a ring. This is a ring. Then following holds. Number 1, 0 into A. What is 0? 0 means the additive identity of this ring is equal to A into 0 is equal to 0 for all A in R. B, minus of A means A is any element and minus A is its additive inverse into B is same thing as minus of AB, that is additive inverse of AB. This is same thing as A times minus B for all AB in R. See point? Minus A into minus B. So what is minus A? It is the additive inverse of A, and minus B is the additive inverse of B. This is same thing as AB. So here there is product in between. So where there is nothing means there is a product. Means second operation of multiplication. So this will hold in any ring. So whatever I am writing here, you may get this thing in the book of Ian Herstein, Algebra. It is not actually algebra, topics in algebra perhaps. The name is Topics in Algebra. Yeah, this is the exact name of the book. So whatever I am writing here is you will get in the book of Ian Herstein now. Okay, let us prove it. Proof. So proof is quite easy. Now what about 0? So let me prove 1. So 0 can be written as 0 plus 0. So 0 into A is 0 plus 0 into A. By the property of ring we can distribute it. So it is 0 into A plus 0 into A. This is 0 into A. If you add 0 in some element, then it will remain the same. So we can write it like this. Now with respect to plus, ring R is a group. So the group has cancellation law. So we can cancel 0 dot A from both the side, and this will give us 0 is equal to 0 dot A. Similarly, if you want to prove in another way, then you have to multiply A from right hand side. So that will be proved. So in another way, 0 is equal to 0 plus 0, and you can write A dot 0 is equal to A dot 0 plus 0, and this will give you A dot 0 and A dot 0. A dot 0, this can be written A dot 0 plus 0, and by cancellation law you will get A dot 0 is equal to 0, and this is true for all A in the ring R. So this proves the first part. Now come to the second one. Now see one thing, what about let me prove B. So minus A, so for AB in the ring R, so minus A dot B plus, if we will do AB, then what will happen? By the property of distributive property of ring, minus A plus A dot B, you can write it like this, but minus A is additive inverse of A, so you can write 0 dot B, and by this property 0 dot B is 0, so it is 0. It means the sum of these two is 0. And similarly you can also show that if you take A dot B plus minus A into B, it is 0. So it means this is the additive inverse of this. So how the additive inverse of AB is written? The additive inverse of AB is written as minus of AB, and this is the additive inverse of AB. So minus of AB is equal to minus A dot B. Similarly we can show minus of AB is equal to A dot minus B. So this proves the second part. Now let us prove C. Now for AB in R, minus of A into minus of B. By second we can write it as minus of A dot minus B. Again applying second, we can write it as minus of A dot B. But minus of A dot B means additive inverse of A dot B, and its minus mean again its inverse, so we know that inverse of inverse is the same element, so it will turns out to be AB. So this proves the C part. Moreover, till now I have not talked about that this ring has multiplicative identity, but suppose this ring has multiplicative identity, then what will happen? We can get some more identities. Suppose R has multiplicative identity identity 1. Multiplicative identity mean identity with respect to the operation of multiplication, means second operation. So if you have a multiplicative identity, then the inverse of multiplicative identity minus 1 into A is minus of A, that is additive inverse of A. This is true for all A in R. And also minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to 1. So let us prove these two things again. So we can use B to prove it. So by B you can see that take A to be 1. Then what will happen? Minus 1 into B is same thing as minus of 1 into B. But 1 into B, because 1 is the multiplicative identity, so it is minus of B. So that is minus B. This is true for all B. So either you write A or B, there is no difference. So the same thing. So in place of B you can also write A. So this is proof. Now to prove second, how will you do it? Take A is equal to 1 and B also to be 1. Then minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to 1 into 1, that is 1. So this is also proved. So in this way you can see that these identities hold in the ring, and everything you will get in the book of Ian Herstein. You can go through that book for details. Now I will prove that binomial theorem hold in a commutative ring. So let us have a result, or you may say observation. The observation is that binomial theorem hold in a commutative ring. In a commutative ring. So what does it mean? Suppose R is a commutative ring. Suppose R plus dot is a commutative ring. Then for AB in R and n in n, a plus b to the power n is equal to a to the power n plus nc1 a to the power n minus 1 b plus and so on ncn minus 1 a b to the power n minus 1 plus b to the power n. That is the binomial theorem. So let us see how will it happen. If you want to see its proof in detail, then its proof you will get in the book of Ramji Lal. For details you can see the book of Ramji Lal. But I will give you the hint how to prove it. So the proof is by induction on n. So for n is equal to 1, a plus b to the power n, and there you will get a plus b. So this is power n. So of course it is true. Now suppose the result is true for all natural numbers less than equal to n, then I will show that this result is true for n plus 1. So then what about a plus b to the power n plus 1? That can be written as a plus b to the power n and a plus b, and because it is true for a plus b to the power n plus 1, so in place of a plus b to the power n we can write this expression. So it is a to the power n plus nc1 a to the power n minus 1 b plus and so on ncn minus 1 a b to the power n minus 1 plus b to the power n into a plus b. So let us expand this. So what will you get? You will multiply through all thing through a. So you have a to the power n plus 1 plus nc1 a to the power n b plus and so on plus ncn minus 1. This is a square b n minus 1 plus a b to the power n. And now you will multiply with b. So when you will multiply with b, you will have plus a to the power n b plus, to this term you will multiply b, nc1 a to the power n minus 1 b square plus, now you will multiply this term, then it is b to the power n So when you will multiply with this term, you will have NCn minus 1 a b to the power n, and then plus b to the power n plus 1. Like this it will come. Now one result we know about this NCR function. So let me remove. So we know that NCR plus NC R minus 1 is equal to n plus 1 CR. So when we will apply this thing to this expression, then what will happen? Now this is NC1 and this is your NC0. Similarly here NC2 will come and NC2 into a to the power n minus 1 into b square, and these two terms will get added. And similarly when you will add the corresponding terms, so this is NC n minus 1 and this is NCn, this you can treat as NCn. So you will go on adding the corresponding term, and what will you get is that in all these NC that will change to n plus 1c. So using that formula, in this equation we can write it as a plus b to the power n plus 1 to be equal to a to the power n plus 1 plus n plus 1 c1 a to the power n and b to the power 1, that is b plus and so on, and in last n plus 1 cn a b to the power n plus b to the power n plus 1. So result hold for n plus 1. Hence by induction result hold for all natural number. So by induction the result means this result hold for all n in n. In ring it is not necessary that inverse of every element exists. So in general you cannot talk about the negative powers, but in some ring it will happen of course, but in all the rings you cannot always talk about negative powers. So it means in a ring this binomial expression, this binomial formula will work even if the ring does not have multiplicative identity 1, because we have not used anywhere multiplicative identity to prove this formula.